Alright folks, my name is Freyn and welcome to the T-54 1947. Now this is the first of the T-54s that you can research. Actually has the strongest hull armour at 120mm on the frontal plate, but it comes with an awkwardly shaped turret that can quite frequently shot trap shells down into the hull, and it also has the lowest amount of ammunition choices with just the APHE rounds. There are a few upgrades to that, giving it more pen, but you don't get any of the extra rounds like the APDS or the Heatfest that some of the later T-54s get. So we're on Advance to the Rhine and slightly up tiered to 8.3. It's Britain and Russia against Germans. So I'm expecting quite a few Leopard A1 A1s around here with the new APFSDS shell. Might be quite nasty to run into, but I'm heading into the centre. It's my preferred spot. It allows me to get involved in a few more fights, and we can see there's something blocking the A cap, so got my turret turned that way. I'm expecting a target soon. There he is, Leopard 1. So shot into his lower plate there that he was showing, and that's all of his crew down. The 100mm APHE rounds are pretty much all I think you'll ever need for T-54. I've carried a few APDS on the second one, but I've never actually bothered to fire them yet. Now, there's a Leopard there as well who has seen me. He was just turning his turret towards me, and I'm not sure quite what shot he'll have on me, so I want to position it where the bulk of my turret is hidden by this taller part of the wall between the windows. I'm just going to sit and wait for an opening. I can't really get away from here. I could try and push around that corner, but Ventor's just gone that way and died, and that doesn't give me great confidence. We do have a T-54 driving into that Leopard. I'm not sure if he knows he's there. I have pinged, but that doesn't mean much. Unfortunately, he did get caught by the Leopard. It seems he heard him coming and got his turret round in time. I feel a bit bad about moments like that, as it's possible he went there because I pinged, and then he ended up dying for it and I came away with the kill. Of course, it's not my intention for that to happen. The idea is to try and get the Leopard caught in, which way does he look, but the T-54 drove in full speed, and yeah, there's only so fast I can move. So, just quickly taking down that whirlwind. He was never really a threat, but he needs to go away. Can't leave him running around. He might cap a point, get back in the game. And I've just seen some engine smoke on that corner there. Again, don't know if the player had seen me, but he seems to be driving away, so I'm going to follow around and try and get into his back if I can. There he goes. Not my best shot, really, hitting the rubble. It means I know there's something hanging around in the middle of the park, and there's another Leopard here who isn't aiming my way, so make a quick peek. That's quite a interesting little position there, hiding in a ditch, one of the defilades, the craters on the map, getting him hull down. And there we can see two more Leopards in the park driving past. Now, I wasn't entirely sure if they'd seen me, but that shot made me pretty sure they had. So I'm going to back away and just see if I can maybe find a different angle to shoot on them, limit the ways they can approach me, sort of try and throw them off. I do tend to play in a very ambush playstyle, and this does require the enemies to make mistakes and sort of try and push the enemies into making mistakes. It doesn't always work out, but it can go quite well. The Leopard's driving past there. I can't quite see where he is. Not sure which way he's going. There's just a little brief hint of engine smoke there, and another one just off to the back of me. Definitely not the same one, but this one doesn't know I'm here, so I'll take him out. This is a 4-man squad on the enemy team from that squadron, the B-Fox. So I've got to be aware that every time I kill one of them, the rest are likely going to know where I was. There's already a plane marking me up, which I'm not particularly fond of. And with that in mind, I need to start really keeping an eye out and possibly prepared for a bit of relocating. Now overall, we generally have alright map control at the moment. We don't have the caps, but we do have a decent map presence, although two of those vehicles are pushing to the enemy spawn and likely close enough that they're marked up and very soon going to be removed. In fact, there goes one now, and there goes the other. I can just see a mouse crossing down there. Try to peek out, see if I can get a shot, but no such luck. We're not doing too badly for players. Just always got to keep an eye on that scoreboard and see what the situation is. But for now, I want to try and get rid of this mouse. He's not really going to be rushing around the map taking things, but he is fairly useful at area denial because it's not something that's easily taken down. Now, there's one leopard pushing onto the A point. I'll take him out and just back off while I reload. Another one appears though, takes a shot, so peek forwards and get him as well. That's RU-251 this time. That's why I like this. I can cover the middle, I can for the most part cover the A point, and I can get a few shots elsewhere as well. We've managed to get C back in the meantime, and obviously I'm slowly whittling down the enemy numbers. There's the mouse, and that's what I need to be aware of. That's the big scary opponent right now. So I'm just constantly looking around and trying to see if I can get any sort of angle on this mouse. Just any visual. But in the meantime, they're capping A. Now I could go in and try and stop them from getting the spawn points off that. Just try and take them out now, but I don't know how many there are, I don't know where they are, and I do know there's a mouse nearby who might potentially shoot me in the side as I go for it. So for now I'm going to sit here. We've got 3 people at B, we've got 2 more driving in, and I've got a nice shot in the back of an M47 there. So I'm hoping we won't need the A-cap and I can just stay and ambush anyone trying to drive to B or C. Unfortunately, Anorado just took care of 3 of the people who clustered on the B point. So that's really reduced our numbers quite heavily, and the mouse is slowly advancing my way. So at this stage of the game, I thought we were doing alright. I've got the mouse over here, he can't go anywhere without me being aware of it. I know there's one other player who capped A, who's coming this way now, it's a Leopard. And we did have the B and the C point. But another 2 players just got picked off by aircraft, and within about 10 seconds of the last one driving away from B, it's already being recaptured. Now I want to go down and help him, but this mouse is definitely aware I'm here, and there's no way to quickly eliminate him. It's got 6 crew, it's not going to go down in one shot really. So I'm just having to hope that player can deal with B on his own. At least until I can find an opening to get away. This is my best chance. The mouse has backed off a little bit, and I can start to push down towards B, keeping this big mound of rubble between me and the mouse. I can move faster than him, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I should be able to get away without him seeing me, without getting a shot. But the 262 has just taken out yet another of my teammates, so I'm all alone on the ground now, and I know there's 2 players down at B. Now again, the mouse isn't going to be catching up to me as long as I keep some sort of terrain between me and him. He's not a problem, he's gone. So let's go and find these two guys at A. Not A, sorry, B. There's one, and there's the other. We'll take out the Leopard first, he's the bigger threat. Or at least that's the plan. Now he's still alive, somehow, not quite sure on that. And I've got this Gepard trying to drive around my flank. Something else has just shot me in the rear of the turret there, and I can't allow this guy to get around my flank, so I'm just going to drive straight at him, run for the cover. Leopard put a heat round into my fuel, so I'm on fire. I've lost one crew, but otherwise alright. Quick pop of smoke, and let's prepare to be charged down. Here he comes. So, APHE, I don't really have to aim too precisely. As long as I hit the crew area, he's gone. That's what else shot me. And he's turning a little quicker than I expected, but fortunately, he has shown me his barrel around the corner, so we'll knock that out. And just get around the side. I could go for the rear here instead, but we'll stick to the side. There we go, Jagdtiger down. So that's kill number 12. I've got one other player on the ground with me now, but we are severely outnumbered, and I don't really think this is going to be a win. There's still that mouse rolling around somewhere. If I can at least get to B, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance I'll survive this 262 strafing me from above. But sadly, not to be. There's another Leopard on the side there. Finished me off. And that there is game over. I didn't bother to respawn. I didn't really think there was much point at that stage of the game. But 12 kills with the T-54. And yeah, it was a bit of a shame we lost that one. Really felt like I put in the effort. But I probably could have done things a bit differently. I was very passive early on, especially after Ventor died, who was with me. I got a bit concerned that I was getting surrounded, and I just sort of held my ground there. Now, it certainly worked out in terms of killing people, but it wasn't really winning as much in map control, so I probably should have pushed in closer to the A point, capped that, and then sat around in a corner, preventing people getting back onto it instead of just killing them when they drove off. But even with that in mind, I don't think we would have won it overall. If you look at the team score here, there was a fair few caps being taken, but not much in the way of kills. And obviously, when we're just taking caps, it gives the enemy an opportunity to retake it afterwards. So just because the cap was giving us an extra spawn didn't mean it was really helping, as it was also giving the enemy an extra spawn afterwards, and usually with our players dying in between. You really need to make sure those caps are clear before you push onto them, otherwise you're just going to go in, decap and die, and then the enemy's going to come back in and get more points out of it. Ultimately though, I'm pretty sure that game came down to that one particular moment where an Arado came in and took out about half of our remaining players in one bomb. That completely decimated our forces, and we never really got any real ground presence back afterwards. So it's a shame how the game ended, but I'm relatively pleased with my performance, even if I think I could do a few things a little differently. And I'm going to leave it there for today. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.